not those dirty looks, those second, third looks in front. How did you kind of see it play out from that point of view?
The volume was there. I didn't think we did a real good job at the net. We had a presence, but we opened up a lot. We didn't get through eyes. We exposed eyes. There's a big difference there. So we didn't really want to get dirty or get down and dig in around the net. If it was going to be easy, we were going to take it, and they're big and strong there, so they didn't give up much there.
Is some of that to be expected in the second half of a back-to-back?
No, because if you do those things, then you get rewarded and the work becomes easier. I thought the exact opposite happened tonight. We worked pretty hard in the first period, but we didn't do those things, didn't get the reward, and then we tried to open it up and got a little bit lazy, ran out of gas a bit, and as a result, came out in the losing end.
Your team was so offensively strong at the beginning of the season, you were kind of scoring your way out of trouble. Is there any concern this team maybe needs to rediscover how to grind out wins like that, get into those dirty areas?
No, we are still creating a lot of chances. If I was going to sum up tonight and we were going to talk about offense, I'd go right to the power play, like flat out to the power play. We get 7 minutes and we get 2 shots on goal. Our entries early in the game were poor. We finally fixed that. Then when we got into the zone, we were shooting pucks into people. I thought we moved like turtles on it. We were thinking rather than playing. Those are all obvious things. So the offensive part of it, that's the disappointing thing for me. A little bit of the play around the net, but that can be repaired.
Your goal tonight comes from Blake Lazat, his 100th career point in the NHL. What's it mean for a guy like that who earns everything he gets to reach a mark like that?
Well, the group was happy for 2 things. One, that we got ourselves back into that game. But 2, that I'm not sure that we all realized that Lizzo was at 100 when it was announced. And a pretty motivating young man for a lot of individuals in our locker room, but also in the hockey world. I was lucky enough to see him play before he got to the NHL and how he worked his way up and continued to battle. And nice reward for him individually.
This is the second straight game against Seattle where you guys have struggled to score, especially struggled to solve Joe and Core. Is there anything that they've done in particular in those 2 games that made it so difficult?
No, they check well. That's a team that went to the second round of the playoffs last year. Knocked Colorado out. They averaged 28 shots against per night. Defending hasn't been Seattle's. I don't want to call it issue because that's not. They've been short maybe on goals, but they certainly defend well. They've got good goaltending. They're big and strong around their net. And when you play them, I don't think you expect a 4-1 or a 5-1 game. You expect it pretty tight.
How difficult, when you are looking for something more on the power play, is it more difficult for players to try to generate and find that during a game and make those adjustments than it is like when you guys sit down and look at it at practice? Like, where do you notice the most growth and transformation from it?
We'll try and help them, but it's what they feel. And today, we get opportunities to watch between periods, try and make adjustments, and on the bench even. And it didn't matter. We were slow. We'd move it to a player. He would stop, handle the puck, look around, analyze everything, move it to the next guy. The penalty killers had to move, but they never really got out of position. And I just thought we had poor pace with puck movement.
Last home game here before the fire alarm went off, you were talking about tinkering in the coach's room. It was sort of split. Any thoughts now? It's been a few more games.
No. We go to Seattle, play a pretty good game. We play a good game in San Jose. If we get rewarded in that first period, that was a hell of a first period, I thought, on our behalf. I really did. If we get rewarded, I think things are fine. We're going to go back and look at it like we always do. But if we're going to spend time tinkering, it's going to be poking and prodding on the power play more than anything.
On the positive side of things, losing Vladislav Gavrikov obviously hurts, but Jacob Overar has done a great job coming in. Just what have you made of his game the last couple games?
It's a hard question to answer because he's giving us everything that we expect from him. It's not surprising. It's not a wow moment. It's not, hey, look who we found. It's pretty straightforward. That's who he is, and he can give us those games. quite frankly, he's an ideal guy for a 6 or a 7 role for our team, because whenever he's out, he can come in and play that way. And when he's not in, he's energetic, he's enthusiastic, he works hard in practice, so he's ideal.
Does it make it any easier when you're putting next to such a reliable guy like Matt Roy?
You know, they've known each other now for years, so yeah, I think Jacob, I'm not addressing Matt Roy, but maybe Jacob, I think he can play with anybody and be fine. Okay, good night.
Thank you.
Yep.